Hi, this is Nev again, and this time we're going to write our pseudocode in Pascal. To get Pascal, if you just Google free Pascal downloads, you'll end up on this page, and what I've running here is the Windows 32-bit version. So that'll install if you've got admin rights. Now what I'm going to do is go to my Pascal folder. I'm actually going to create a new folder, RPS03, and inside that create a new text file, new text document. Call it RPS01. I might want to make copies of it. Now, we can't see the file extension for that. I'm in Windows 10. But if you are in Windows 7, if you hunt around, you should be able to show your file extensions. I'm now going to change this to a Pascal extension, which is PAS, and I'll get a warning. Yes, it's okay to change that. Now, I've already associated mine, so you can see that it's come up with this particular icon. But I'm just going to do that again. So to associate it, we're going to open with, and we'll choose another app. Slightly different in Windows 7, but still doable. Go down until you can look for another app on this PC. We'll need to go into C drive. If you were to do that download, it would end up in a folder in the root of C drive called FPC. 264 in the bin folder, i386, and we want the FP. Now you can see that I'm showing my file extensions, but it's a big 9 megabyte file. I'll just take my file extensions off. No, I can't do it in this window, but it's just FP. So we'll say open with that, and it comes up with, I don't know why mine does that, but can't open. That's okay. So we're there ready to go. Now, there are no other files in there. If I were to close this and now double click, and it's telling me that Pascal IDE has never been in this running from this window before, so we'll create a new config file and all the stuff that goes with it. I'm going to make it create all new stuff. So now, if we were to run our file, we'll end up with the exe file in here, the RPS01exe, and so we'll see that coming in. So, right, now we have to go over. Let's just get started, then we'll look at our pseudocode. So we want to say program, program, this is going to be, now I don't want any spaces in this, and that's going to be an input output. I might just credit a website that I'm looking at here. This is fantastic for random numbers. So I'm just going to come in here and say, okay, to, and yes, now to paste, I'm going to have to go edit, paste from Windows. I don't want this to appear as part of my program. Oh, I've got insert, so I just need to hit the insert button, slash, so that comments that back out, put the H back in there, and I want to comment this out as well. So 2 forward slashes, comments out things you don't want to be included in the run. Now, the first thing, yes, we certainly want to put in users. Whoops. Sorry, it's painful to watch the typos, isn't it? CRT, cathode ray tube, I presume. I'll do clear screen in a minute. let's set up some variables. Tab. I'm going to use, instead of using the full user choice and computer choice, I'm just going to do U for user choice, colon, and we'll do it as a char. If we were doing string in Pascal, we could specify the length. It saves a little bit of memory. So tab again, C, colon. So this computer choice is also char. Now we want a random number, and that is going to be, I'm going to start off making that a real number, but we'll change it later to an integer. But I just would like to demonstrate the difference between real and integer, and I'm going to put a counter in here because I'm going to do a little loop for the real numbers, just to test the random numbers, just to test them. So I'll make that an integers. And we're set up here. Let's go back to begin, and I'm going to clear screen before we start. Clear screen. I'm then going to write line, and we go out with our question. Would you like, whoops, rock or scissors? And whoops, that is type R, P, or S, full stop, sorry, single quote, and close the bracket and colon. So once that's up there and the user has typed it in, we need to read that line. Read line, and it's going to read in to the user. Now, just to check, I don't like to do too much with Pascal because I can't figure out how to get it to show line numbers. One thing I will do, in the options, in the environment, in the desktop, no, it's not in the desktop, sorry, options, environment, preferences, I'm going to give myself a slightly bigger screen. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, but I can't work out how to make it show line numbers, which is a pain in the neck. So if I keep running it, I'll get a feel for what I've done last, and it allows me to fix my errors. So let's just straight away write that line. Write line U, and hopefully it's just, I might just have a read line so that it'll pause and we can see what's going on. So let's run that. I'll just have an end and full stop. Let's see if it runs. So I'll just save it, which is F2. Let me just do it with the menu first. File, save, you can see it's F2, and run is Control F9. And it's not happy straight away, line 5. I just hit my space key to get rid of that initial mark. Line 5, to go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line 5. What's the problem with that? Variable, I may need a space, no, char. So, by the way, I want to put in that this is user choice. Down here, I've got computer choice. computer choice. Well, I certainly haven't figured out what the problem is yet. CRT, I've got colons. So I may pause the video here. At least we're set up, and I'll come back and I'll know what's going on there.